From the North Country's news station, 7 News Tonight starts now.
Tonight on 7 News, criminal charges come down in 2 cases, one stemming from the alleged killing of a child in Fowler, the other from an October death in DeKalb. Plus, we get reaction from Watertown City Council now that the numbers are known from the first season for Thompson Park's golf course. And we hit the streets in Carthage and Watertown for annual Christmas celebrations. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Zach Grady. Garrett Domblewski is off tonight. A Governor woman is now facing a murder charge in the death of a baby over the summer in the town of Fowler. 26-year-old Tiara Allen is being charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter after being indicted by a St. Lawrence County grand jury. State police say Allen was caring for her boyfriend's 5-month-old child in July at their home on Sand Road. Authorities say Allen became frustrated with the baby's crying and allegedly shook the child. She is currently in St. Lawrence County Jail. No bail has been set. In a separate case, 20-year-old Jadion Caro is being charged with first-degree manslaughter in the death of 21-year-old Joshua Guzman. State police say on October 29th, Guzman suffered head injuries while fighting in DeKalb Junction. Guzman died from his injuries on a day later in a Syracuse hospital. Caro was arraigned and released to probation. 33-year-old Adam Cook of Clayton is pleading guilty to federal drug and firearm charges. Cook entered a guilty plea on Thursday. The Department of Justice says he admitted to possessing 285 grams of cocaine for distribution. As well, the drugs were recovered during a search warrant in September 2020 at his Clayton home. Officials say he also admitted to the possession of a shotgun in connection with the trafficking of narcotics. Additionally, Cook admitted to the manufacturing and transferring of illegal ghost guns. He's scheduled to be sentenced in April. Cook faces prison time and up to a $1 million fine. Watertown's Case Middle School held a town hall Friday morning. The goal, clearing the air for students and staff about an incident earlier this week. Superintendent Dr. Larry Schmiegel tells 7 News a student brought in an empty M16 ammunition clip earlier this week, showing it off to others. Schmiegel says after the story went from student to student, it became embellished and threatening in nature. Schmiegel makes it clear that the clip was empty, there was no ammunition, and no gun involved. He continued saying the family does not have a gun at the house as well. Schmiegel used today's talk to illustrate to students how rumors get started, at the same time encouraging students to always talk to a trusted adult if they do have safety concerns. A bill in Albany is aiming to reduce the number of school lockdown drills per school year from 4 to 1. 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning sat down with a school psychologist and local lawmakers about the proposed change and the effects of the drills on students.
Sackett's Harbor Central School has 4 lockdown drills a year, mandated by New York State.
They announced that this is a drill. We are in lockdown, and then there's a reminder that this is just a drill. And then we're required to lock our doors and put the students in a safe location within the classroom.
Sackett's Harbor School psychologist Carol Barkley says for some students, it can cause stress and anxiety. A bill in Albany aims to lessen that stress, reducing the number of required lockdown drills from 4 to 1, notifying parents prior to the drill, and allowing them to opt their children out of the drill if wanted. Assemblyman Scott Gray understands wanting to be sensitive to students' mental health, but says to exempt kids is putting them in danger.
Kids have to be prepared. That's what school is. School is preparing kids for real life situations, right? Both academically and in these situations.
State Senator Mark Walczak did not vote in favor of the bill and says the unfortunate reality is schools and students need to be prepared for these things.
I represent 56 school districts in the 49th Senate District, do a pretty good job of listening to what their needs are. They have never brought this up as something that they want eliminated.
Barkley doesn't think one is enough.
We have changes in students throughout the school year. We have changes in staff throughout the school year.
She says to any student who needs a little extra support, her door is always open.
Teachers are amazing. Our administration is great. Anytime a student is stressed, there's a variety of people that they can go to.
The bill passed in the Senate in June. The Assembly is expected to vote on the bill when session resumes in January. Lexi Bruning, 7 News.
First reported by 7 News last night, Watertown's newest acquisition, the Thompson Park Golf Course, lost money this year. close to $300,000. Tonight, 7 News reporter Chad Charette has reaction from the council that signed the check for the course.
In terms of expenses, the Thompson Park Golf Course cost the city, and by extension taxpayers, a little over $686,000 this year. It generated a bit over $396,000. That's a loss of around $290,000 total. City Council member Cliff Olney, who has supported the project, says he believes this year's chilly summer was partially to blame.
But I think you have to take things in perspective. We're building for the future is what we're doing. And I think that the amenities that we've added to the city are important to the people that they affect.
Olney still has high hopes for the course come next season, especially since there are a number of one-time costs that won't be a factor in 2024.
I feel that the golf course will hold its own, if not break even, maybe make some money. The problem this year was we had some unexpected expenses initially with the electrical, and there's a lot of non-reoccurring expenses that were added into that cost.
Mayor Jeff Smith, who has been against the project since day one, believes the cost of maintaining equipment will continue to drag revenue down. He doesn't think the course will ever be profitable.
It's unfortunate that, it will just be how close to breaking even can it get.
Looking towards next year, Smith says he doesn't expect to see much of a change in revenue, and he fears the golf course will put continuous strain on city finances.
When the ARPA dollars are gone, which they're almost gone, when the hydro revenue is gone, what are you going to do?
Councilmember Lisa Ruggiero is optimistic about the course's future, mainly due to the potential for tournaments.
Despite the criticism, there was a reason why some of us thought it was important that the park remains an 18-hole golf course.
According to Ruggiero, the course has a number of tournaments already lined up for next year. She was unable to provide an exact number, however. Chad Charette, 7 News.
All right, John, I know that it's not officially winter on the calendar, but the winter weather certainly is here. It's been cold, a little bit rainy. What can we expect all weekend?
The weekend looking very seasonable, Zach. I think mainly rain tonight and also tomorrow as well. A bit cooler on Sunday and next week, so I think we'll see at least a little bit of snow anyways. All right, a couple things I am watching, those seasonable temperatures over the next couple of days and that mix of rain and snow. More rain overnight tonight and tomorrow, and then potentially more snow Sunday night and Monday. And it looks like a very chilly weather pattern setting up for next week. All right, let's check the maps. First weather, of course, brought to you by Doors Plus in Adams Center. And there you see any snow, mainly across the border in Canada. As for the colder air has been. Won't be for long, though, because it's going to move on in just a couple of days. So we'll talk temps and precipitation here in a few. Let's send it back to you.
Thank you, John. Santa Claus is coming to Watertown, taking a trip down Washington Street on Friday as part of the city's annual Christmas parade. People stood along Washington Street from Green Street to Stone Street to see the holiday floats go by. Yearly favorites like the Polar Express and, of course, Santa Claus highlighted the night. The parade concluded by the lighting of a Christmas tree in front of City Hall. This year's events added an outdoor laser show after the tree lighting. The twin villages of Carthage and West Carthage also celebrated the Christmas holiday in style and to the sounds of downbeat percussion. The drum group highlighted that parade, marching up State Street from Carthage across the bridge into West Carthage. The tree lighting and fireworks show followed that parade in Riverbed Park. The smell of pine was also in the air on post as Fort Drum soldiers and their families picked out their Christmas trees. Troops gathered each year to get free Christmas trees as part of the Trees for Troops event. The Christmas Spirit Foundation and FedEx are partnering to provide around 500 Christmas trees to the soldiers and their families. One couple tells us the free tree makes their first Christmas away from home just a little bit brighter.
So this is our first step, and then we're gonna go buy our ornaments. So we have to spend money.
Anyone unable to make it to get their tree Friday still has a chance to get one tomorrow at the peak between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Still to come here tonight, Mel Busler back in the building and takes us into the weekend with your North Country Sports Report. Plus, if you rebuild it, they will come. The Messina Little League looks to rebuild after an August fire took down their concession stand and their equipment inside when 7 News continues.
From the North Country's news station, you're watching 7 News Tonight. with Garrett Domblewski. Tonight's weather with John Kubis. And your North Country sports with Mel Busler.
The evening winning lotto numbers for Friday, the daily 799 and the win for 0987. A Messina Little League concession and equipment stand that burned down in August is being rebuilt. 7 News reporter Sean Brinda tells us and gives us an update tonight on the progress of the new concession stand as construction continues before next season.
A new concession stand is taking shape at Leo Lachon Field in Messina. It's being rebuilt after an August fire took away the stand and sporting equipment. League President Leon Charette set a fundraising goal of $100,000. Says the community has knocked it out of the park.
As of now, we've raised about $80,000. And then Dick's Sporting Goods, they were one of our sponsors this year. They are mailing us a check for $15,000.
Construction for the new concession stand only started about 2 weeks ago. Already, they've made significant progress. And that's been through the help of various donations through the community and through the help of volunteers who have taken their time to help build the new stand.
For everybody here, it's really something that we enjoy doing. We like doing construction. Most of us kind of dabble and play with this on the side. To be able to give back to the community is just an extra feather in your cap.
Niles says himself, along with other workers, are hoping to finish the roofing of the new stand by the end of this week, so they can then focus their time to work on the interior and be ready for next spring's season. Brian Prairie, who's a father of a member of the Little League team, says not only is this rebuilding the concession stand, it's also rebuilding community spirit.
This is a small community. We look out for each other. We look out for our neighbors. We look out for our children. This town has always responded well, not just this town, surrounding towns as well, have always responded to any issues that they've had to come together and help kids, help people in need, and get things done that need to get done.
Sean Brinda, 7 News.
United Way officials received a check for over $2,500 from BOCES students in the tourism and hospitality program. Some of that money is going towards supporting United Way programming, and the rest is going to help fund Meals with a Mission. The BOCES Run program helps families in need by preparing and freezing food to be distributed to the people in the community. The funding came from the November 11th Sackett's Harbor Ballroom event selling Christmas trees. Friday marked Old Newsboys Day, one of the Salvation Army's most unique and oldest fundraisers. Across the North Country, folks have taken on the role of old-fashioned paper boys and paper girls, selling copies of the Watertown Daily Times to benefit the Salvation Army. Every year, volunteers set up shop at Watertown businesses like Walmart and Kinney Drugs to sell a special edition of the Times. All of the proceeds from the day go to the Salvation Army and its efforts to keep the North Country community fed and warm.
I wouldn't even dare to say, but never is it too much. Our community is in great need of it all.
I don't buy it normally, but this time of year I do.
This is the 77th year Old Newsboys Day has taken place. The event can raise anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 each year. And when we come back, John Kubis is in the Weather Center with your full forecast.
Now, tonight's weather.
Weather cloudy outside, a little bit of green on the maps as well. Let's check the satellite and Doppler radar. Not all of us dealing with the rain, but some of us anyways. A little bit of snow mixing in at elevation, Adirondacks, and also further to the north. North of the border, where the colder air currently resides. As we widen the view, low pressure located west of Cleveland. As low is tracking to the northeast, weakening quite a bit. That'll be an ongoing trend tonight and tomorrow, and then a stronger low will work on through for the second half of the weekend, giving us some rain and better chance for some snow. Late Sunday nights, and Monday as well. Keeping it mild, 41, cloudy, winds from the east-northeast at 6. Pressure right now, 2993. That barometer will be falling tonight and over the next couple of days. Futurecast is showing us overnight tonight. There you see some rain passing on by. Potentially some snowflakes mixing in along the river, say Ogdensburg. Looks like over towards Hammond, Morristown, and also Messina and Waddington as well. but I think won't really accumulate to all that much, if anything at all. During the day tomorrow, a couple of rain showers passing on by, but I think tomorrow is going to be mainly a quiet day, a mild day too, considering how cool it's going to be next week. As far as your lows overnight, upper 30s, rain is likely during the day tomorrow. I think we will be dealing with periods of rain. And otherwise, highs in the 40s. Lewis County overnight, lows in the 30s, rain likely, and in St. Lawrence County overnight, more the same for you. Rain likely, lows in the mid to upper 30s. Heading out the door tomorrow morning, the risk of rain showers. Look at these temperatures, 40. This is for the city. If you go south, you'll enjoy the warm conditions. Further north, say for you in Messina, a little bit cooler up your way. Notice on the 7-day forecast, a Saturday rain likely. I think that model was a little bit underdoing the precipitation, so to speak. I think we'll see a little bit more in the way of precipitation. This is what I'm talking about. Watertown during the day, 9 a.m., noon, and 3. Temperatures around 40, 41. Same could be said in Lowville, but further to the north for you up in Canton. Temperatures in the upper 30s all day long, and there you see that risk for some rain showers. On Sunday, a bit cooler, decent shot for some rain and some snow, mainly later on in the day and then overnight. Sunday night, some snow showers, and same could be said on Monday, some rain and snow, highs around 36. Cloudy and 32 on Tuesday, lows in the upper teens, so a bit of a cool down heading our way. Wednesday, mainly cloudy and 30, and Thursday and Friday. More in the way of some shower activity. Have a great weekend. Coming up next, Mel has sports. Stay tuned.
Now your North Country Sports.
Time for your Toyota Sports Report. High school basketball, high school hockey among the items on the local sports menu for this Friday night. Rob Crone is in to give us a sampling of the night's fare.
A battle for bragging rights in the city as IHC hosted Watertown and Girls Frontier League hoop action. First quarter, Willa Overton goes up strong inside for the basket. Watertown by 2. Back the other way, Abigail Bombard beats the buzzer with the 3. IHC on top 1. It's Bombard stopping and popping for 3. IHC takes the lead 8-6. On the break, Bria Larrabee finishes with the lay-in. IHC goes on to beat Watertown 46-35. NAC Girls Basketball Miranda Berry Tournament at Norwood Norfolk Flyers hosting Parrishville Hopkinton. Emma Pippin with the pull-up. Olivia Plonka on the putback for the Flyers. Pippin to Taya Whitehill for the bucket, tying the game. Emma Dillon with the skyhook. Angelina Favreau lays in the rebound. Favreau feeds Plonka, who drops steps and scores. Eliza Colbert zips a backdoor pass. Pippin scores 2 of her team-high 18. Flyers in quick transition. Gabrielle Brabant drops the long 2. Plonka to Peyton Sullivan for 2. Sullivan lobs the inbounds for Plonka. She netted a game-high 24, leading the Flyers to a 63-30 win over the Panthers. At Watertown High, the Cyclones meeting Central Square in the Cyclone tip-off tournament. First quarter, Nico Spaziani buries the 3-ball from the wing. Watertown up 3. Off the turnover, Jack Adams finishes with the bucket. Watertown in front 9. He had 20. Second quarter, Seth Charlton pulls up and connects from long distance. 15-6 Watertown. Charlton drives the lane for 2 more. Watertown beats Central Square 65-24. High school boys hockey, Colchester, Vermont at Potsdam for the Bill Corbett tournament. In the first period, Colton Lefevre shoots from the right point. Ben Ralston tips in the rebound, 1-0 Colchester. Later in the period, Potsdam's John Duffy swoops in, tucks the puck around the keeper, tying the game. In the middle of the period, Duffy wards off a defender and scores through the 5-hole, tying the game at 2. Aaron LeQuier splits the D and scores 3-2 Lakers. Potsdam's Devin Green just across the blue line scores. We're tied at 3. 5 minutes remaining. Lefevre from a sharp angle wires the game-winning goal. Colchester beats Potsdam 4-3. Rob Crone, 7 News Sports.
Tonight's local scoreboard's brought to you by DPAO, an organization benefiting those in need, celebrating its 50th year of bringing entertainment to the North Country. Tickets now on sale for 2 Christmas shows coming up this Saturday at 2 o'clock and then again at 7. It's Christmas Celebration on Ice. And on December 9th, it's Ornament, a tribute to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Both shows at the State Office Building. Call or purchase tickets online. Well, let's check all the local action. Boys high school basketball, the Watertown tournament, Camden over Carthage. Watertown defeats Central Square. Sandy Creek downs Weedsport. Morristown a winner over Alexandria. Girls high school basketball, Immaculate Heart over Watertown. Lafargeville beats Copenhagen. Indian River a winner over Utica Notre Dame. Wells defeats Tupper Lake. Brushton Moira over Beaver River. Potsdam downs Alexandria. Jesse Chamberlain tournament and Madrid-Waddington championship game. Huvilton over Madrid-Waddington. Consolation game, it was St. Lawrence Central over Colton Pierpont. Harrisville tip-off tournament, Sackett's Harbor over Harrisville. The Miranda Vary tournament in Norwood Norfolk over Parishville Hopkinton. Phoenix tournament, it was Henninger, a winner over Lowville. Men's college basketball, Poly over Canton. Clarkson defeats Skidmore. Oswego a winner over Potsdam, and it was RPI over St. Lawrence. Women's college basketball, Canton downs Poly. Skidmore over Clarkson. Oswego beats Potsdam, and St. Lawrence a winner over RPI. Men's college hockey, Clarkson shuts out Harvard. It was St. Lawrence over Dartmouth. Oswego downs Potsdam, and Morrisville a winner over Canton. Women's college hockey, Clarkson defeats Dartmouth. Harvard a winner over St. Lawrence. Oswego downs Potsdam, and Canton a winner over Buffalo. Boys high school hockey, the Bill Corbett tournament at Potsdam. Colchester defeats Potsdam. Elsewhere, Salmon River doubles up on Malone. Canton a winner over Northeastern Clinton. Fayetteville Manlius nips Thousand Islands. Cicero North Syracuse over St. Lawrence Central. Girls high school hockey, Potsdam defeats Alexandria. And in high school volleyball, it was Carthage sweeping Thousand Islands. This week, we honor a cross-country runner from South Louis who just completed a trifecta in the state championships. Her talents on the course earning her the Watertown Savings Bank 7 News North Country Athlete of the Week Award. Bryn Bernard of South Louis receives this week's honor. This talented cross-country runner concluded her high school career by capturing her third straight state title while leading her team to the same state crown. She finished fourth in the states as a 7th grader, second in states as an 8th grader, and then after the COVID year, won 3 straight titles. She has finished first team All-State 6 years in a row. One of the best to ever come out of the area.
Well, you never know what's going to happen. You kind of always hope for the best outcome and just see what you can do. I've definitely put in a lot of work, and so has the rest of my team. We just do the best we can, give everything we've got. I've definitely grown a lot. You know, I've learned a lot of things. Experience is definitely a major factor when you're running, and I'm just so proud of everything that I've learned and everything that my team has accomplished. I love that my team has always been supporting me and my coaches and my family, and I'm so thankful that they're there for me. Winning states is definitely pretty memorable. We've done it twice with our team now, and I'm just so happy that I got to share that experience with them.
She's been surrounded by some very good teams, so she's had some good training partners over the years for the past 6 years. She's done a lot for South Louis, like many of our runners have. And, you know, every year we try to get them to step up a little bit more and run a little bit faster, and it doesn't always happen. You know, it didn't happen this year, always. But at the end of the season, it's always been good for her. She's always stepped up at the end with states or sectionals. I would say probably the toughness factor, especially on the tougher courses, when you add hills in or it makes it a little challenging, or it's cold, or it's rainy, you know, or snowing, one of those things. So it's got to be that toughness factor. And she always steps up when it comes time to big races. I don't know, I wouldn't say surprise, but, you know, we always know that she's going to be right there. If we tell her what she has to do, she's always there at the end of the season.
Congratulations to Bryn Bernard of South Louis, the Watertown Savings Bank 7 News North Country Athlete of the Week.
Thank you for joining us tonight on 7 News. Brendan Straub and the rest of the weekend crew is back tomorrow for your 6 and 11 o'clock.